1957. The Soviet Union tried to hide its own money from America. And by accident, it built the machine that makes the dollar impossible to escape, even today. Here's the part everyone gets wrong. Dollar dominance doesn't mean the US shows up to every deal on Earth. It means the world built its entire financial plumbing around the dollar. So the dollar is just there, whether Washington is watching or not. Let's break down how that actually happened. In the 1950s, Moscow was terrified America would freeze its dollar reserves during the Cold War. So the Soviets quietly moved their cash into a Soviet-owned bank in Paris with the telex code Eurobank. That single move accidentally created what's called the Eurodollar market, a parallel dollar economy, trillions of dollars deep, that trades entirely outside America's own banks and regulators. Forever, the country that tried hardest to escape the dollar ended up building one of its biggest highways. Then in 1974, Secretary of State Henry Kissinger flew to Saudi Arabia. The deal that came out of those meetings, oil sales in dollars, only dollars, in exchange for U.S. military protection. Once Saudi Arabia locked that in, the rest of OPEC followed within a year. Now every country that needs oil, Japan, Brazil, India, none of them American, has to hold dollars first, just to keep the lights on. And it's still happening right now. According to the Bank for International Settlements, the dollar sits on one side of 88% of every currency trade on the planet. Deals where the U.S. isn't even a buyer or seller. It's also roughly 58% of every central bank's foreign reserves worldwide. And when the U.S. wanted to punish Russia in 2022, without sending troops, it didn't have to invade anything, just had 7 Russian banks disconnected from SWIFT, the messaging system that lets banks talk to each other in dollars. Almost overnight, those banks couldn't get paid by the rest of the world. Economists call this network gravity. Once everyone on Earth prices oil, debt, and trade in dollars, being the first country to switch costs you money, customers, and stability. So nobody wants to switch first, even the countries that hate depending on it. So the Soviets built the highway trying to escape the dollar. 70 years later, almost the entire planet is still driving on it. What would it actually take for the rest of the world to get off?